Greetings everybody, Duckville here bringing you a game from the recently released Team Liquid This Week in Replay pack number 39, I believe it was. We're going to watch a Zerg versus Protoss. Starting down at the bottom left hand side of Cloud Kingdom is one of the most mannered players in all of the SC2 realm. He's even taught some of the more disrespectful players how to play the game a little bit better themselves. I'm talking, of course, of Liquid Sheth. He's going to start off and see how he goes here, sending that Overlord across as you do. His opponent, the blue Protoss, up towards the top right hand side. Just his name is Play. I don't actually have any sort of extra info for Play. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a common name. There are quite a few plays on the ladder. This is the EU ladder, I believe. Most of the replays from the Sheth pack this week have actually been from EU, so I'm going to assume it's from there. In this one as well, we can see the play is going to start out very standard here with the Forge Fast Expand, no doubt. Going to keep an eye on when Sheth is going to get his own expansion up at the natural, and perhaps even the third as well. So we would assume everything is going to go pretty standard here. Of course, there's been some really good StarCraft 2 action going on lately. We're getting into the deep part of GSL. Code S is coming up, Code S Finals, I should say, is coming up in a couple of weeks. We've also got NASL this weekend, which is going to be over in Toronto in Canada. It's going to be heaps and heaps of fun. Hopefully we can all get to watch some of it. Of course, those of us over here in Australia have just had the ACL Pro Melbourne event, which was from what I could see on Twitter and all sorts of things, and what some of the players told me was a great deal of fun. Unfortunately, I was not able to join in the festivities, but oh well, next time I'm sure I'll be able to go down there and have a look. But yeah, so here we go. We've got players actually just being a little bit annoying here. Not only is he attacking the drone with this probe, getting back before the probe loses any health, which is a brilliant little tactic there. Got to make sure you try and keep that probe alive. He's also put the pylon down at the natural, forcing Sheth to head across to his third and take this base. As his first base, of course, he will have a couple of lings out soon, no doubt 2, maybe 4, yep, it's going to be 4, along with a queen are going to pop out. The queen, of course, helping out with the injects, and then the zerglings will be there to take care of this pylon as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, for Play, he did go for a forge first. He didn't actually get the Nexus down until just now. The cannon also on the way, getting a gateway to help seal off the rest of this wall. We'll probably see him put down a pylon just over in this position here to just sort of seal that up, leave a little space for units to get out if need be. And everything will proceed as normal. So here we are. We actually got a couple of extra lings out for Sheth. Not quite often that you see people get 6 lings out. As we can see, there's already 2 across the map trying to chase down that probe. They're not going to be able to catch him at the moment, but as I said, a little bit odd to see 6. You'll normally see just 2 to 4, but I think Sheth just making sure that he is very much covered and safe. Of course, the best thing is also, you know, to be safe than sorry. So we'll see what he's going to do here. Play just interesting. It looks like he might try and block this off. Yes, he will. He does get a pylon down. This is actually a very odd wall off here from Play. As I mentioned, you'd normally see the pylon go here. I think he's just trying to make it so that it'll be a little bit less of a... It's actually very hard to say, because he's obviously got the pylon is a little bit further back here where it can't be hit by any of those initial units, but given that it is a very low HP building compared to the rest of them, but it still leaves a double sort of spacing here for a pylon or for a building to go in this spot here. I would be thinking perhaps that Play might be going for some sort of 2-base play, just because what he'll be able to two-base play, going for two-base play. Yeah, he may try and actually just seal off this with a gateway once he actually heads out. So we'll see if he's going to do that. Of course, it's a common tactic to try and get a big two-base play going. We've seen a lot of interesting things. In fact, at Home Story Cup just went by. MC was using his very sort of ugly looking but very effective, like it's a 7 or 8 gate play with only 1 gas, so you actually use a lot of zealots and only a few sentries maybe, if you can get 1 or 2 out, and then a couple of stalkers as well. But the majority of it is a big gateway zealot push, and there are of course the various 6 gate applications that can be used in PvZ. So we'll have to find out what he's going to do. Sheth, meanwhile, has gotten his He's got one of his extractors up, so he hasn't gone for the second or third just as of yet. Of course, the big signs of what a Zerg is going to do based on how many gas they get and when they get it. He's going to also scout through the main base of play. Going to see that there are 3 gates up now as well. Just halfway done. Of course, the warp gate tech is just about to complete as well, so play is going to look to do an attack here. He does have a probe down in the bottom side of the map, so I think Sheth is aware of that something is going to happen here. He does have a few extra links that have been brought out. Link speed is quite a way off still. He's getting a few more drones behind this as well. The Roach Warren is also on the way. The pylon will complete. There is only a Zealot and a Stalker here to defend this, but the Lings will definitely have a troublesome time trying to get rid of that Stalker. They do almost get the probe. The probe escapes, puts a second pylon down. Some Zealots warp in, and I think this pylon will actually stay up for the time being, which is pretty good here for players. Going to cancel one of them. Going to head in with 4 Zealots and a Stalker. Defensive measures for Sheth are only a few Lings, and of course, with Link speed not done yet, he's going to have a little bit of trouble dealing with this, but of course, there are 7 Roaches about to pop out, so this is definitely not going to kill him. What player's going to try and do here is take up some of the time of the Zerglings so they can't get back and defend the mineral line. As you can see, 1 drone goes down. We'll keep an eye on what the count is. In fact, the Queen also goes down, which is a pretty big hit here. And play with some nice micro trying to target down some of the drones, but he's not able to get too many more because he does have Roaches all over him now, and that is going to end that attack. So the wins there for play, only a couple of drones, not really anything too huge, but he did get a Queen, which was a nice little victory here for him, which means that the injects at this particular base are going to be quite off for a little while until that 3rd Queen comes out. But 14 drones have just been boosted up by Sheth, so he's going to have a brilliant economy behind all of this. As we can see on the supply count, we've got him at 96 supply. Play is at 48, but he is supply block just for the moment because, of course, he did lose 2 of the pylons that were down there a little bit earlier. Back in his base, got a couple more gates coming up, and Sheth just being very threatening at the front door, just saying, look, buddy, I'm at the front door. You don't want me to come in. You're going to have to be very well prepared here, and he does have a few sentries at the moment, so play should be fine. Blink on the way, and +2 to weapons is also just about to complete. So I think play is actually going to go for a secondary attack, probably with a few more sentries and a lot more Stalkers now that there are a lot of Roaches out on the map. As we can see, Sheth getting his economy booming right now. He's up to 65 drones. We've got the 3rd, 4th, in fact, yeah, so we're up to 4 extractors. In fact, 5 and 6 are also done down at the 3rd base, so he's going to be in a very nice position. There is an attack going on at the front door of play's natural expansion. There is that gateway I was referring to, blocking up, being a very healthy wall there, of course, because it is a big structure. Got 1,000 hit points in total, but the sentries and the Stalkers come back. So I think that Sheth is going to, he definitely could attack this gateway. It is extremely low, but he's going to have other problems coming to hand very soon. A couple of extra pylons being brought down here by play. Going to have a lot of Stalkers. They do have +2, so he's going to look for this big gateway attack with these Blink Stalkers. Sheth, meanwhile, got a couple of Spine Crawlers here. He's only got a tiny bit of creep spread. This is a common direction in which these sorts of attacks will occur. You'll rarely see someone come up this ramp, so he may want to try and move the Spine Crawlers, or perhaps he's not going to have time. No, he's not. Here they come. The battle is commencing. A couple of Roaches getting caught out there, but the Spine Crawler going to help out with the defense. Zealots just charging through, trying to catch up with the Spine Crawlers, taking one down. Couple of these Stalkers on the side, but a good flank here from Sheth, bringing some Roaches up, but unfortunately a nice little wall from play keeps most of those guys out of the battle. And as we can see, a Queen, Roaches, all sorts of things in this battle, and now with some more of these Roaches getting in the mix here, play is going to have to micro his little heart out, because he does have a good amount of Stalkers and he should be able to take care of the Roaches, but Blink will be required. And as we can see, he is going to be doing a great job here. Sheth, meanwhile, building up a few more Lings. He's got +1 to missile and melee weapons, about to finish up here. The Roaches burrowing to get some of their health back, and play getting caught out with some of the Roaches unburrowing right when they were on top of the Stalkers here. And as we can see, play is in a little bit of an ugly spot here, because these Roaches now have their +1, the Lings have +1, and the Stalkers are going to get caught. They are going to have to retreat. I don't think this attack is going to win at all, despite some good micro here from play, microing back individual Stalkers with a Blink or two, doing a good job here. Back at home for play, I think he's realized, yep, he's putting down a double Robo while he's on this attack. The Roaches burrowing meanwhile, coming up right underneath the Stalkers. Those guys did not have a good day with their feet. They got all roach goo all over them. But roaches brilliantly microed here by Sheth, keeping them alive as long as possible. Of course, you get that extra regen when you burrow those roaches, and here they go, unburrowing right on top of the Stalkers again. This is the good thing about doing this burrow, is that it keeps them right in range of the Stalkers, so that when they blink back, the roaches can't be sort of force fielded out if there were any extra force fields left. But I think Play needs to get out of here, and get out of here fast, because he's done as much as he can. He's forced Sheth. He's lost a couple of extra drones, but nothing too massive, and Sheth is going to be in a very, very good position in a second. We got +2 to missile weapons for the roaches on the way. Also, the roach speed is just about to complete, and +2 to melee weapons. So heavy on the upgrades here, on the attack upgrades for Sheth, but he does have to deal with a couple of mortals that'll no doubt be out at the natural expand once Play gets them going as soon as he can. He does have a bit of chrono left over. Main base starting to look a little bit bare on the minerals, so he does need to try and get the third base up. The problem that Play is going to have now is that getting this third base up with the multiple attack points that can come through up the ramp from the side, and then even if he wants to, Sheth can come up this side and come through into the main, is that Play is going to have a very hard time with all these roaches out. Look at the supply count. We're up to 168 against the, well, in fact, 177 over the 98 of Play, and Play just losing a couple of pylons there. Not good at all. He is trying to get some Immortals out, but does not have the supply. The good thing is the Immortals have +2 once they're out there, which does a good amount of damage against these armored roaches, but the roaches, of course, are going to be able to deny any sort of third base attempt here, which is going to just put Play on the back foot and put him in a really, really ugly position. So, interesting upgrades now coming along from Sheth. He's invested a little bit into those into the infestors, getting the pathogen glands on the way, along with the roach burrowed movement. Very interesting to see that. So Play does have an observer out. I believe he has one out. Here it is. And finding that an Immortal was stuck a little bit too fat to get past the gateway and the pylon, having to blast the gateway down, and Sheth just with massive control of the map at the moment, trying to get a fourth base up. He does have a little bit of proxy pylon action going on down the bottom here, so we'll see if he finds that, but it is still 190 supply to 118, and Sheth now with these borrowed move speed roaches will be able to just come through. He's obviously not going to be able to get past this observer as long as that's kept with the army, but now four Immortals are out, along with a few sentries. We got a lot of Stalkers here. Some of them are very injured, but with more and more Immortals pouring out, Play is going to be able to perhaps push back and maybe take himself a third base. We'll have to see how he's going to engage in this, or perhaps is he... No, I think with that wall, it's not fully walled. There's a little bit of a hole back here, but I think that Sheth is going to have to prepare himself for a very big all-in here. More and more Stalkers warping in, +3 to weapons is over halfway done, and Play might try and time this out to head across to his opponent's base as swiftly as he can to make use of the +3 to the weapons, but Sheth being very, very diligent with his preparations. We've got some infestors out. We got a lot of spine crawlers building. The roaches, meanwhile, trying to still be annoying here at the potential third base of Play, and Play having to come back. He's got Lings inside the natural now. One cannon not going to be able to defend against all of that. The roaches also pushing through, taking down these pylons, which interestingly is quite huge for the state of the game, given that Sheth is trying to just sort of just harass his opponent. He's actually doing quite a lot of damage when he's taking down those pylons, because Play does not have any backups. He's trying to rebuild some of them now. We do have a probe building some extra pylons down here at a random point of the map, but Sheth just continuing to hold up his opponent. What he's doing right now is waiting for the Greater Spire to finish. We do have that, where is that? Right here. That's over halfway done. Some more spine crawlers building inside the main as well, and they're playing a little bit of ring around the rosy at the moment. The roach is coming around the left side. The Stalkers trying to find them and catch them. What you don't want to do is do an offensive blink right now. Oh, he does actually catch a few of the roaches. Not bad. I was going to say he might want to be very careful with how he does that. Roaches with +2 to weapons are very dangerous. Meanwhile, at the fourth of Sheth, we've got infestation, well, the infestation of infested Terrans here, trying to defend against the Zealots that came through, but now Sheth has had his roaches caught out of position here. Force fields going down, forcing them to burrow. We got 6 Immortals just chewing through them with their huge damage. Of course, they do 65 damage versus armored units, and now Sheth is going to be on the back foot just a tiny bit. Of course, the good thing he's had is that his economy has been very very nice for all of this time. He's still on 56 drones, which isn't actually a huge amount, but it's certainly enough to keep everything going, and he's preparing himself with Broodlords and a lot of Lings, as we can see on the production tab here. So Play is going to attack in here. This is his last ditch effort. He's got a lot of Stalkers. We got a total of 20, how many? 22 in total. 8 Immortals are now out as well. The bad thing for Play is that unfortunately the tech has just completely switched around here. So he's got all these beautiful Immortals, which would be great for the Spine Crawlers. Unfortunately, Immortals can't shoot up, and look what approaching from the sky. Some Broodlords coming in, Fungal Growth going down, the Infested Terrans also being thrown across the beach ball wall here of the force fields, and the Immortals now just trying to push through. Not enough damage. Too many Broodlords set underneath the Infested Terrans, and also the Spine Crawlers. Infestors now chasing down Immortals. Not every day you see that, and this is probably going to be the end of Play in just a second. We've only got a couple of Broodlords left over, but it's more than enough given that Play has almost no Stalkers left over. 5 left, maybe 4 in a second, and I think that is going to be it. Bringing down these Lings, although that is going to be the end of it, and Play is not able to hold up against this very interesting pressure style from Sheth, just keeping himself alive after that very early attack, and then was able to get his roach count up and just deny that third, and that puts the Zerg in a fantastic position. So great stuff there from Liquid Sheth. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you want to see some more, jump on to the Team Liquid website, go on to teamliquidpro.com and grab the replay pack there. You can see some more of Sheth there yourself. Cheers.